What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. And today, we're doing a little bit of that gold show Paydirt. And what that is, if you don't already figure it out, gold show Paydirt is Paydirt that I got at the gold show. The nice thing about all of the bags that I got there is there was no shipping. Usually it's a cash transaction, so if it says $45, I pay the man $45, or I pay him a $50 and he gives me $5 back, and I say thank you and walk away. They handle the taxing and all that stuff themselves. I don't ask questions on that. But what I do know is I'm not paying shipping, and I get to walk away with a bag of dirt, and that's always good. So, today we're going to check one of those out, and this one is from the NAMAmining, North American Miners Association. Now, I believe you can only get these at the gold show when they have a booth there. It's more just a sampling of some dirt. I'm sure they put a little bit of gold in there just to make sure you find something. Maybe there's even a few treasures, because they're big on gold nugget hunting, metal detector hunting. So I assume that there's probably going to be some coins or maybe something like that in here, just to kind of sweeten up the bag a little bit. No guarantees. They did not say anything of that nature, but I'm just guessing. But the bag was $45. That's where I got that arbitrary number from. It's from the bag here itself. It was $45, no shipping, no tax. Hands me the bag. I hand him some cash, thank him, and walk away. And so that's what we're checking out here today. I got a few of these bags from, not from them, but I got a few bags from the gold show, so I'll have a few of these for the next few weeks. While I continue searching for new and awesome Paydirt bags that are out there in the wild. But, like I say, today is North American Miners Association. I'll put a link, of course, up to their website if you're interested in checking out what they offer you. A mining association is always a great thing. They're a club, a gold prospecting club. That means they're going to have sites throughout the area. They're going to have claims that you can go to. They're going to have events. So it's more, if you're looking for a prospecting community, these are a great place to start your search. What are they? NAMAminers.org. You can go check them out if you're in the Washington, Northern Oregon areas. They got a few places for you to go digging. If you join their club, you can gain access to those claims. So that's really one of the better things about joining a club is you can get yourself access to some gold-bearing claims that you may not have been able to get to otherwise. But the community, it's got a built-in community. You go to a meeting, you can start meeting prospectors in your area, find a digging buddy, a prospecting buddy, as they would say. So yeah, definitely an awesome thing. And so bearing in mind all of that, they're a club, and a lot of their proceeds that I'm sure they sell these bags from go into being able to host events and put on events for their members. So like I say, part of this purchase should be considered a donation. So that's going to skew the ROI to some extent. I do definitely give a little bit more leeway to the clubs and the associations, the nonprofit associations that are supporting the community as a whole, because that's what these bags are. These are their way of saying thank you for your support. I would imagine half the funds that I paid for this go back into the club. So 50% ROI, if we hit even that, we're doing pretty damn good. So that's what we're checking out today. The bag weighs probably about a pound of dirt. Cool little, coffee bag, zipped and heat sealed. And, yeah, so we're going to check that out today and see what we find in this pay. So don't go anywhere. We're going to switch up the camera, check out the bench, shuffle things around, shake it up, separate out where it needs to be. I'm not feeling any big stuff in here, but I definitely want to run it through the 1/4 inch just to see if there's big somethings in it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We got our dirt. We'll take a quick look at that before we start pouring it through classifiers and whatnot. Looks like your normal Washington State River gravels. So, good on you. If you're familiar with them, it's basically the same stuff I ship out on my sloppy seconds. Dusty. Alright, well, not a whole lot got caught up at the 1/4 inch level. In fact, I'm just going to take these 3 pebbles, look at them, and throw them back in the dirt. No sense in separating that. I had a 10 mesh classifier. Here it is. So we'll just jump up to the 10 mesh, shake all the rest of it out, separate it up, see what we got. For now, I'm going to speed things along, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Well, I guess we didn't really go anywhere. We just sped things along, but welcome back to real time, man. We got this dirt all sifted up. The NAMAminers.org. Now, the material is spread out in a manner that I like. We got a lot more material at the smaller end where the gold's more likely to be. The bigger material is there, but really just a sampling, so it fills out the bag just a little bit. There could be a chance that there's a gold nugget in here, so of course we'll run it down the sluice, but I'm not really expecting too much out of the plus 10 in this bag. Wait a minute. Hold up, Chuck. It's a nugget of something. I don't know if that's gold or... I don't think it's gold because it's quite silvery. Doesn't really look like gold, but it could just be dirty gold. Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It's a dirty nugget. So, I take back what I said about there not really being anything there, because not only did I find this little gem, well, not a gem, it's a gold nugget, there's another one in there as well. So how about that? And there could be more in there too, you never know, but there's definitely already at least 2 pieces of gold in hand. So, hell yeah. Looking good so far. We'll put those aside. We'll still sluice the rest of this. Gold could be dirty and stuck to a bigger rock, or maybe it's just a little piece that stuck to something. It is whatever. It's not going to hurt to run it down the sluice. It'll only take a couple seconds anyways. But very nice at the 10 level. Not a lot, but there is some gold in it, so I can't complain. Next down, we'll go to the plus 20. The plus 20 stuff goes right up to that bottom lip, almost even to it. So not a lot of material in here, but definitely enough to get our hopes up that there'll be some gold in here as well. And I think I just saw a little flake of it there too. So awesome. We're off to a good start. We are definitely off to a good start. Next up, we're going to go to the plus 40, and this one's going to be the majority of the bag. Goes quite a bit of ways above that bottom lip. Goes up maybe about a 1/4 of the way on the riffle here in the SE pan. Oh, it's wet. Son of a bitch. I guess the pan was wet. Now the dirt's a little bit wet. But we'll check it before the water spreads too much. We'll check for some magnetics. This is Washington State gold, or dirt, and it does look pretty dark, but not too bad as far as the magnetics go here in the coarse sands. do expect we'll probably see a little bit more as we move on to the finer sands. And here we are at the finer sands. So there you go. That just barely goes up to that bottom lip. And as far as magnetics go, actually a little bit less than what was in the bigger material. So not a whole lot of magnetics in this material that you're going to be fighting with, should you find yourself in possession of a bag. I think this is going to be fun. A nice, easy adventure. But time will tell. Once we run it down the sluice, we'll get it all figured out. And then we'll see what kind of gold we found. So let's hop on over and fire up the wet stuff. All right. Welcome back. We got this dirt all wetted up and we're ready to run it down the sluice. Now let's fire that baby up. Get some water flowing. There we go. All right. Now I got my shovel ready to go. And we're going to run in some dirt. So just so nobody falls asleep, we're going to speed things along. Of course, we're going to start with the 10 and work our way down as we do. And we'll be right back once we're done running. All right, that dirt is done been run, and that's what we got. So, first things first, let's just do a little once over with the magnet, so anything that did get caught up we can get rid of safely. One and done, and all right. Let's turn this thing off. Oh. And let's bring you guys in. So let's see what we got, or what we can see. And I don't really see anything. Oh wait, there's a flake right there. So hoping that most of the flakes got themselves hung up underneath the black sand. We do have a couple pickers in a cup over here that we pulled out early, so that's good. But for now, let's get this dirt cleaned up and see what we found. All right, got that all panned down, and this is what we found. Oh, let's not forget the big chunkers. They count too. No gold left behind. All right. Now, of course, we'll get that all snuffered up, dried up, and weighed out. And we'll see what we wound up finding. Don't go nowhere. All right, welcome back. We got the gold all dried up, and we are ready to weigh it out. NAMAminers.org, North American Mining Association. This is one of their supporter bags. Picked up at the gold show. We're going to find out how much gold we found. A couple nice pickers in there. Let's see if they weigh. Clunk, clunk. Love that sound. All right. 0.537 grams of gold. So just a little bit over a half of a gram. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But very nice. Couple nice sized chunks in there and a lot of fines and smaller pieces. As usual, we'll take a couple pictures of this so you guys can check it out up close. And I'll be right back with my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back, miners. All right, so what can I say? NAMAminers, North American Mining Association. Got a little bag of their sample dirt that we went through here. Well, of course, we'll talk about the dirt, then we'll talk about the gold. First off, the dirt. Was a good spread, not too much of any one of the classifications. It was just about right. No pieces over the 1/4 inch size. I mean, there was a couple pebbles, like literally 3, that didn't fit through the mesh for whatever reason. They were barely, if even a little bit bigger than that. But overall, there was nothing in the 1/4 inch. A fair amount, a small amount in the 10 mesh. A little bit more in the 20, a little bit more in the 40, and then a little bit in the sub 40. So it was a really good spread, exactly how I'd like to see it for such a small bag of dirt. Probably about a pound of material total, if that. But really easy to go through. Not a lot of black sands, heavy material, magnetics, none of that. There's just a little itty bit. The mat took care of that. If you pan this out, it's not going to be a huge challenge. So I think it's a really good bag for just about anybody. It's going to provide just enough challenge to make it interesting, but not so much that a beginner couldn't jump in on it and have a good time and find themselves some pretty nice gold. Let's talk about that gold. So the gold was, a good spread of that as well, and including a couple really nice picker size pieces. That I wasn't expecting. The sub or the plus 10 to have 2 pieces of nice chunky picker gold in it. I wasn't expecting that, so that was a really nice surprise. Overall, otherwise, everything was, a good mesh between some small flowery stuff up until, just little flakes that are a little bit too small to call them pickers, because you can't really quite pick them up unless you have like some tweezers or something really fine. But overall, really good amount of gold in there. A little bit over a half of a gram was what was found. So that's awesome. That's really awesome for a supporter bag. And I call it a supporter bag because this is a bag that supports a foundation or organization or an association. That is a club that provides services to the community of prospectors. And that's really important. Without these clubs, a lot of people would have nowhere to go. They wouldn't have much community to really interact with. So the clubs are really important part of our community, the gold prospecting community. It's a common ground that we can all just get together, hang out, and have a good time. So if you have the opportunity to join one, whether it be the NAMA, WPWA, GPAA, Lost Dutchmans, or whatever, your local groups, whoever you may have around you, search them out, because they are already like-minded people. Y'all love gold, so that's something you have in common. So lean into that, and maybe you can find some people who put you on the good spots, or maybe you can help a new miner who also needs somebody to help them find out how to do what we do. So back to the gold. Let's just put up the numbers. This is usually the more important part of it, but again, this one is a supporter bag, so I'm always okay with it being a little bit less. But in this case, We paid $45 out the door for this dirt. So 45 bucks. No shipping, no tax, 45 bucks. We wound up finding 5.36 grams of gold, so just a hair over a half of a gram. There was no minimum guarantee, and honestly, I was expecting to find a lot less. Not a lot less, but a bit less. And I was not expecting any pickers in there. But that 536 has a today value of $35.08, which means overall this bag got a very respectable 77% ROI. So 23% going back to just supporting the organization, I'm okay with that. You know, the bags have costs, the stickers have costs, the table that they were selling has costs. So all of that eats into, you know, how much I paid for the bag. So considering that, 77% was a pretty awesome deal. So I really appreciate that. And if you have the opportunity to catch these guys at one of the local gold shows, grab a bag of their dirt. You'll have a good time going through it, and you know that you're going to be supporting a good group of people who are supporting our community. And so it's a win-win all the way around. And again, if you have the opportunity to meet them and join a group, if it's not their group, there's probably another table at whatever show you might be at. Join theirs. Find somebody, find somewhere, you know, help put back into the community and help get the most out of the community that you can by finding other people who are into what we're doing. So yeah, good stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think you can just email up or go on their website and buy a bag. I didn't see any store there. But if you really want to pick one up, or you really just want to help support the organization and pick up a bag of dirt, you know, it may not hurt to email an email that you find on their website. I'll put a link down below to the website just so you know where this is coming from. But yeah, 77% ROI out of a supporter bag like that. Psh, good deal. I'm in. And I'll probably grab another one if I catch them at another gold show. So I think that's saying a lot. Yeah, so go check those out if you get the opportunity. Otherwise, get out there to the rivers. The weather's getting nice again. It's getting to be a little bit warmer. The creeks are warming up a bit. So get out there before the waters start raging through, because once they do, you're gonna miss your spots and you're gonna have to wait till the end of summer. But hopefully you can get out there, and if you do, right on. I hope to see you there. But otherwise, join me here in Backyard Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, hit like, hit subscribe, do the thing. If you're not new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit like, do the thing. And don't forget to tune in Monday nights, 5 p.m. BSing in the Sheds, where we kick back, have a good time, and give away a little bit of gold at the end of the night. So check that out. Otherwise, check out backyardprospecting.com. Check out the Prospector Shop. Sometimes I sell stuff there. If you want a Backyard Prospecting t-shirt, tapestry, shoes, Freddie the Mooch shirt, whatever, check out my Teespring shop. I got all that gear there as well. Otherwise, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.